I have a problem with the Anti-Net Zettelkasten system. In this quick video, I'm going to share with you what that problem is and the solution that I created to solve it. Now, one of the things that I was excited about when it came to learning the Anti-Net Zettelkasten system existed was not only was it supposed to be this second mind, right? This place where you can store ideas and concepts and thoughts and generate content prolifically, because you write your ideas down, you store them. And then, whenever you are publishing something, an article, a book, a YouTube video, podcast, you can pull your cards out and all of the information is right there. So in that regard, the Anti-Net Zettelkasten system lives up to its promise. But one of my hopes of using the Anti-Net Zettelkasten system wasn't to just be a prolific content creator, but it was also to generate insights and ideas at will. Now, this is one problem that I have encountered about this system, because it doesn't live up to that hype. It doesn't live up to the ability to generate ideas. Now, when I was reading through Scott's book, now one of the things that he said was that in your maintenance rehearsal, as you're going through your cards and you are rereading your ideas and refreshing your memory about what ideas you've already inserted in your Anti-Net Zettelkasten, for two reasons: because you don't want to recreate an idea, but also because you will stumble upon a card that you didn't remember you had placed in there, and it will offer you an insight. Well, I have been using my Anti-Net Zettelkasten, developing it and building it out for half a year now, and that really doesn't happen for me. I don't stumble across a card that I forgot I put in there, and at the same time it generates this insight. I may have forgotten that I put it in there, but it doesn't generate the kind of insight that I want it to generate. Now, the reason why I really am fascinated by insights, because I realize that it is those insights that changes our lives. It transforms our lives, right? You're living your life one way, you're living your life going down one course, one path, and all it takes is just one idea, one concept to drastically change the trajectory of your life, right? And so I like insights because it helps me live optimally, but then I also like insights because I can share them with people like you, where you can live your life optimally. So I want to generate more insights. And I noticed that the way that the Anti-Net Zettelkasten system is set up, it doesn't offer that. So the solution that I came up with is this. The first thing that I did was I thought about, what can I do to generate insights at will? And one of the things that I understood was I have to ask questions, right? Because insights come from asking questions. Insights come from making connections. Okay. So what I did was I first had the idea of writing down a question on a card, a single card, and placing it behind an idea or a concept in my Anti-Net Zettelkasten that I wanted to further research and know more about, right? There are some cards in there I don't really want to know more about, but there might be some cards as I'm going through a branch and refreshing my memory, there might be a card in there, an idea that I want to do more research on, because I feel like maybe there's a gap in my knowledge, right? And I might look at it and go, I think I can go a little bit deeper with this idea here to really understand it. Okay. So I thought about doing that, and I didn't do it because I said, this is just going to be more work for me, right? How many cars in here will I have questions about that I would have to write a question on every card to put it into this system here? And then will I have to code it? Do I have to put an address on to it? And it's like, that's a lot of work. So then I thought about, what is another solution? So the next solution was, I'll do the same thing. Maintenance rehearsal. I'll go through the cards. I'll see the ideas that I think I can go a little bit deeper concerning. And then I would implement ChatGPT. Now, I know some people call ChatGPT crap GPT. Listen, it has its flaws, okay? But one thing that I've noticed in using this, because I've been practicing with it, is that ChatGPT is amazing in decreasing your learning curve. And the reason is because when you have a question and you go to a search engine and you type your question into that search engine, right? You get all of these links that pops up. Then you have to scroll through the links and see which one you think best answers your question. Then you have to click on that link. Then you have to scroll through the page to see if it answers your question and where it answers your question and if it answers your question, because sometimes it's not even answering your question. So with ChatGPT, with the right prompt, with a precise question, you can type it in and it gives you usually exactly what you're looking for. Now, of course, it'll tell you, please fact check, because the facts might not always be right, which is true sometimes, but most of the time the facts turn out to be correct. So it decreases your learning curve because it's giving you exactly what you want. So then what I do is as I go through my Anti-Net Zettelkasten and I see a card and I want to know a little bit more about that, I go to ChatGPT. I have a question that I type into ChatGPT. It gives me some insight. Then I'm able to condense or to summarize the insight that it has just given to me, and I write it on the card. And now I make that, and then I make that a part of my Anti-Net Zettelkasten. So I am generating insights and making connections using an outside source. Now, I am not a complete purist when it comes to the Anti-Net Zettelkasten. I know, like, if you're using it, it's because you are an analog, whatever you want to call yourself. I find that this technology is helping me to generate more insight with my Anti-Net Zettelkasten system. Because here's one thing that I know. Questions make connections. Questions make connections. So I am intentional about asking questions to make connections. And in those connections that I am making, I'm able to generate insights that the classical way, as if the Anti-Net Zettelkasten system is old, but that in the classical way doesn't necessarily generate at will, right? So now I'm generating at will insights that would not have happened. Like, classical way is that insights come as they come. I don't like that, right? Now insights come as I look for them. Okay. So in the next video, I'm going to share with you how to continue to use your Anti-Net Zettelkasten system to generate insights at will based upon research from a psychologist who specializes in insights. Until then, I'll see you in the next video.